Hi, everybody. Today I'm going to be talking about the second favorite topic at church. The first being tithing, the second one being evangelizing. So here we go. I'm going to start out with this. The Pareto principle says that's the 80-20 rule. Suggests that 20% of the congregation does 80% of the work, volunteering and giving. While this is common, this trend often leads to burnout, limited growth, and over-reliance on a few faithful members. And that's true. And if you talk to people, most people will say that they are afraid. And I get it. I mean, when I first started, I had fear and trepidation, and I'll be honest with you. What I did was we had a guy at my last church who was a notorious evangelist, and he brought many, many people to Christ. So I went up to him and I asked him if he would teach me how to evangelize. And another guy caught wind of it and decided to do the same thing. So that's how we did it. And we would evangelize to each other. He actually had a whole system written down on how to teach people how to evangelize, which was pretty amazing, and you knew how serious he took it because of that. So, and then we went to a place called Pacific Gardens Missions, and I would go there and I would preach there, and people would come to Christ. It was pretty amazing. But here's the thing. It's not just about fear, okay? I think a lot of people, when you do a cold, immediate type of evangelism, like say you're on a bus. Who goes on a bus anymore? Say you're waiting with somebody in a doctor's office, or maybe you're on jury duty or whatever, and you look at somebody and say, hey, can I ask you a question? If you're going to heaven or hell. And that can start a conversation, and sometimes that does lead to a person coming to church, coming to Christ, and it's great. I don't think there's a big percentage of success in that. I think most of the people who come to Christ and come to church are people who are in a relationship with the people asking. So in other words, if you want someone to come to Christ, get to know them, talk to them, listen to them, find out what they're about, and listen to them. Show them that you care. You need to build an authentic relationship with the person, and they need to know that you care. And that tends to let them believe that what you have to say matters, because it sounds like you care about them. So there are 6 types of evangelism. I'm going to go over them. Before I do, I'm going to read you a few Bible quotes here that I would like to share with you. Let me find them here. And we've got Matthew 28:19-20, which is the one most people know, and that is the Great Commission. Go therefore and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit, teaching them to observe all that I have commanded you, and behold, I am with you always to the end of the age. So that's Jesus right there, giving us a command to evangelize. Next, I have 1 Corinthians 2:15. And I, when I came to you, brothers, did not come proclaiming to you the testimony of God with lofty speech or wisdom, for I decided to know nothing among you except Jesus Christ and Him crucified. And I was with you in weakness and in fear and much trembling, and my speech and my message were not in plausible words of wisdom, but in demonstration of the Spirit and of power, so that your faith might not rest in the wisdom of men, but in the power of God. So there Paul is admitting that he would even admit to the people he was evangelizing to that he was talking to them authentically as a part of his own personal testimony, and he wanted to share it with them. And after he became friends with them, they were willing to listen to him, which I think is pretty cool. So in Romans 10, 14, 15, it says, "How then will they call on him in whom they have not believed? And how are they to believe in him of whom they have never heard? And how are they to hear without someone preaching? How are they to preach unless they are sent? And it is written, how beautiful are the feet of those who preach the good news." All right, let's get back to reading some of these different ways to evangelize. There is a direct approach, and this is what I did when I was at Pacific Gardens Missions. They would bring people in. I'm talking a lot of people. This is downtown Chicago, and I see my time is pretty much up for this one. So I'm going to pick up the second video with doing direct evangelism. I will talk to you soon. God bless you, folks.